What is up? What is up? What is up? Everyone, everyone, everyone. It is another day, another time, and another week for Will Talk Monday. You guys, I have my good friend and my brother Levis Rice from Levis Rice and the Levites. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, Doc?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. But before
Good,
we get
good.
too far started, y'all, we're gonna start it off with the theme song. Then we're gonna kick it off with these questions. Let's go. What is up? What is up? What is up? You all. It is another day, another time, and another week for We'll Talk Monday.
What is up? 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 What's up with you? What is up? What is up? What is up? It's only up from here. What is up? What is up? What is up? Let's go. What is up? What is up? What is up? Real talk. Real talk. What is up? What is up? What is up? Real talk. Real talk. Monday. Tune in to Real Talk Monday with Reverend James H. Glover III, a godly show that keeps it real.
All right. So, like I said, y'all, I have my good friend and my brother Levis Rice up in the building with me on tonight. So, bro, we're gonna start it off by letting you introduce yourself to the people. Go on ahead, bro.
Man, Jameson, appreciate you having us on Real Talk Monday. First of all, I am Levis Rice and the Levites, out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, a young family group um, here from Bowling Green. And man, been singing um, ever since I've been 8 years old. Came out from a church called Wilsonville Baptist Church. That's where I got my wings from. Um, but Pastor Kendall Ford and Pastor Lewis and all them. But man, it's just a blessing to be on here, Doc.
Man, we are glad to have you. We are glad to have you. Man, I became acquainted with Levis. He and I go back, and we go so far back to I remember uh, a group that you used to sing with Walter, your brothers, and Sway and Swabbits called
Hmm.
Young Man of Harmony. I go
Yes,
all the way back to the Young Man of Harmony days.
yes, sir, man. Mama
Yeah.
had a vision um, of a young man group because back in the day in Bowling Green there was no actually young men that was actually singing. It was always the older, like the Spiritual Echoes, the Mighty Sensations,
Hmm.
the Gospel Troops, and all
Hmm.
them. So she had a vision and um, brought the vision together with me, Trey, Walter, Travis, AJ, um,
Hmm.
Taj Pearson was in it, Lennius Franklin, also Bryson Coleman. And man, that's where we got our wings from. Is my mom, man. Mom trained us up, and that's the reason why we still standing today.
Exactly. So when I say quartet to you, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? The word quartet. When I say it, what it comes to your mind first?
Man, a lot of people don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't know that I wasn't what you say born in the quartet. I was actually raised up in the quartet. So when I first started singing when I was 8 years old, um, first song I ever sung was a song simply called "I'll Go If I Had to Go By Myself." Never knew that I was singing quartet music. Um, so it's kind of funny when I got older listen to Pandora and all that kind of stuff. I never knew who actually sung the song because I heard the song from one of my cousins, Miss Brenda Rice.
Mm-hmm.
She used to sing that song all the time, and I never knew what the song or who sung the song. So got on Pandora one time and I found out actually who sang the song, and that was the Canton Spirituals out of Canton, Mississippi.
Yes.
But man, Quartet, man. First thing I think about Quartet is just good harmony, good singing, good fellowship.
That's it, man. That's it. A lot of people don't realize that that harmony is what makes quartet really what
Yeah,
quartet is.
yes, sir. Yes,
If
sir.
you ain't got that harmony, you don't have nothing.
That's right.
So my next question to you, man, is how did you get started singing quartet? I know you said you wasn't born into it, you was raised into it. So how did you get started singing it?
Like I said, my mom, Sandra died. She um, had a vision to bring up a young men group. So she started the young men group. Like I said, it was me, my baby brother, my cousin Trey, Travis, AJ, and Stefan. Like I can't forget about my baby brother Stefan. She had
Hmm.
this vision of this young men group, and man, we just been going ever since then. We transferred from the Young Men of Harmony to the Spiritual Echoes,
Rose, yes,
and
sir.
I was raised up leadership under Larnell D. Walk, um,
Yeah.
Reverend Thomas Lewis,
Yeah.
Mr. Dave Olden, Charles Lewis, all of them good old cats, man. And of course, I can't forget about the Gospel Troops
Yeah.
because, like I said, I wasn't born in the quartet. I was just raised up in the quartet. And my mom has taught me so much when it comes down to the business wise, staying humble, always telling me, son, always live the way that you sing. So I always got to give a shout out to her because if it wasn't for her, I would not even be in the field right now.
Facts. Facts. I totally feel you on that, man. Yeah, definitely. And you was brought up around some legends
Oh yeah.
because in this area, that group, those groups that you named off are some straight up legends around this
Yes,
area,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
So my next
Yeah,
question to you is how did the Levites come about? How did Levi's rights and the Levites come about?
man. Long story for that, Doc. Um, I hit up my boy KG, and I just wanted to do a CD. Just wanted to bring some good gospel music just to the area. It wasn't even formed to be an actually quartet group. So one day, me and my bro Danny, we was going to Lexington to go here to go support the Joyful Souls out of Lexington for their CD release. So, like I said, man, I hit up KG and told KG, I said, man, I just want to just release um, an EP.
Hmm.
So we start, practicing. I had at the time I had me, KG, Danny, my boy Q out of Louisville. Like I said, Walter, he was on set. He wasn't even in actually on the floor with me. Then I had AJ. Then I had my cousin Golan out of Indianapolis, the Lights.
Hmm.
So we were just
This
practicing,
group of
practicing.
legends, the
Yeah,
Innerlights.
yeah, we were just practicing and practicing and practicing. And man, got a call um, to come to Lexington. At the time, remember, I didn't have a full time bass player, I didn't have a full time keyboard player. I really didn't have um, a full time background. It was just something just to get together.
Right.
So Q couldn't make it on that Sunday. Couldn't make it to Lexington, so I called Plunk. As you know, he was a former member of the Mighty Sensations,
Yep.
their bass guitar player and everything else. So I called him up, and man, ever since then, it's history. He wanted, like I said, he ain't been playing. He probably stepped down playing bass for going on maybe 4 years the most.
Hey,
man, he started playing with me and said he loves the sound. He's ready to get back on the grind. Um, so here come Plunk. So at the time, it was me, KG, Plunk, and Walter and Travis. Um, so everything else is history, man. Um, Trey joined the team. At the moment, I didn't have AJ because AJ was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then, man, everything else just came together, and we became Levis Rice and the Levites. And actually, who came up with that name was Q. Q said, "Man, this is the name that y'all need to come up with." So I give a shout out to my boy Q for that.
And y'all, before we go any further, I want y'all to hear a little bit of the sound of the Levites, if y'all don't mind. So let y'all hear something. Man, sweet harmony, sweet sound. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. So my next question to you is, what is some of your favorite memories as far as being on the road? I know you've been on this road for a little bit now with the Echoes, with Young Man of Harmony, and now with the Levites. And also, what people don't know is for a brief minute, you was with the Inner Lights.
Yeah, I was with the Lights for a little bit. Um, man, I got a lot of memories. Like I said, being with the Echoes, they took me from to Mississippi to Alabama,
Yeah.
and so many places. And like I said, just singing with family is more important than anything, man. Um, being on the vans with the old cats. Um, I can't say a lot of stuff on here that that dealing with Reverend Thomas Lewis and Charles Lewis and Boo and
Yeah,
all of them, but
yeah.
man, just good fellowship they have, man. Just being around them, it keeps you humble. It keeps you
Right.
um, understanding what what you're doing it for. Cause man, they always stayed on me. When I first went to rehearsal um, with the Spiritual Echoes, I was young. I was still in high school at the time, and my first rehearsal, I got in trouble by Reverend Thomas Lewis because I was leaning and sitting on the offering table. And man, he got on me so bad. Said, "Man, what are you doing? You don't never sit on no offering table." And I never understood why or anything. But finally, he pulled me to the side and let me know why I couldn't sit on the offering table and all that kind of stuff. But man, just good fellowship, just being around the old people, because man, just being around them, yeah, it teaches you a lot. It teaches you a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It definitely does. I know that from experience. Being around my dad and them, they stay on
Hmm.
me as far as like sometimes when I'm singing, I have a tendency to have my hand in my pocket, one hand in my pocket. What are you doing with your hand in your pocket? Take the hand out of your pocket.
Yeah,
What?
chewing gum and all that
Yes,
kind of
chewing
stuff,
gum
boy.
in rehearsal. Look, don't
I
you
used to get
ever,
them.
ever.
I used to get in trouble all the time by mama. Make sure you take that gum out your mouth before
Ask
you
him out.
sing. So,
Yes, yes. You said something key, man. You said being around the older guys really taught you a lot.
oh
What
yeah.
do you really feel like you would be where you are now if you wouldn't have gotten those lessons that you had gotten from them older guys?
Oh no, man. Like I said, I wasn't born in it. I didn't know anything about it. I was just up there singing is because one, that was a vision that my mom wanted to do. So you know how it is. Um, it was something new. It was something fun. It was something that I can get out the house, travel
Mhm,
a little bit more, see different people. So just being around the gospel troops, the spiritual echoes, and many, many more groups, man, they have taught me so much. For one, they've taught me how to sing. They've taught me how to be humble. Man, they've taught me just being business wise
mhm.
because man, there's some people out there that man that will try you just because you a young group and they just don't
Yep.
think you know what you're talking about. But man, if it wasn't for them, ain't no way that I'd be out here doing what I'm doing now. Because man, I promise you, this is a doggy dog world. I
Hmm.
promise you that. But man, staying prayed up, just leaving it all to God. Um, anything is possible.
Oh, definitely, definitely. You all, we're gonna take a quick, very quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Levis Rice. You all, so let's take a quick commercial break.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spin Award nominated Real Talk Monday. We appreciate you for taking time out of your busy day to listen to our show. Please tune in to the podcast, which drops every Tuesday at midnight. Also, tune in next week as we have another awesome interview for you. Please go and like us on Facebook at Real Talk Monday, Instagram at Real Talk Monday, TikTok at Real Talk Monday, and YouTube at RevJHG3 Ministries. Go subscribe to us. Also, if you have anything that you would like us to discuss, you can always email us at realtalkmonday1 at gmail.com. Be blessed. What is up, y'all? The Spin Award nominated Real Talk Monday officially has merch for sale. These t shirts right here, you can get them in any color that you want. Plus, they are only $20 for a small to a large. Extra large is $30, and then shipment is only $5 extra. Message me in my inbox to find out more information on how you can order your t shirt, and we will definitely get with you all. All right? Love y'all. Be blessed and be blessing to someone else. God bless.
You all, we are back with Levis Rice of Levis Rice and the Levites. So my next question to you, man, is let's talk about this anniversary that y'all have coming up.
Yes,
Because
sir.
man, look, y'all, look. Let me just show y'all something real quick. This card right here, this lineup right here, man, y'all about to have some shirts.
Yes, sir, Doc.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Man, like we said, we started in July of last year. And COVID, COVID-19 has been stopping a lot of stuff. So what we decided to do, we decided to go on and just move our anniversary, try to make sure COVID was kind of dead down, calm down just a little bit. So we decided to move it in November. Of course, I knew a couple of people that I knew, like Broken and other folks that does anniversaries in November. So I had to try to jigger around to see about our anniversary, make sure I don't double book because one thing I don't want to never do is double book on anybody else's anniversary.
Hmm.
But man, this anniversary, we are excited. We definitely excited about our first year anniversary. As you see on the card, we have Bowling Green's own. the Gospel Troops
Yes,
that's going
sir.
to be there. We have the Nashville Divas broken out of Nashville, Tennessee. Reverend Chris Whitney in Harmony. Well, not Reverend Chris Whitney in Harmony, but Reverend Chris Whitney. He's actually going to lead us in praise and worship. We added one more person that is actually not on the card, and that is the Sons of Zion out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh
Um,
man.
they they have been added to the lineup, and our special guest of that evening is no other than the Men of Praise out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Reverend Matthew Mickens, and the New Highway Travelers out of Hopkins, South Carolina. And yet, of course, um, these two are young groups. So we were thinking like, who can we bring that's in the older generation that people know? So I was um, thinking about like Isaac Sink, Harlow Chapel,
Hmm.
even Wissonville, all them cats. A lot of Brotherhood sings this man's song.
Yep, sir.
Oakland, Oakland, Mount Zion, man. So we decided to get hold to the Gospel Imperials, Mr. Heavy Load. So this is for our older generation.
Heavy
Um,
load.
so he would definitely be in the house. You can't even beat the lineup, man. It's $10 at the door. So at the Crossing Community Church, if people's kind of iffy about COVID, it's enough space to spread out. So man, we are excited about what God is going to do in that place. We are definitely excited about that.
Man, that lineup is just a bad lineup by itself. Like,
Oh yeah,
and you only paying $10 and you getting all of that for $10.
yes sir, yes sir. Just 10.
Man, normally you can't even get one of them groups for $10, but you getting all of these.
Yes sir,
Bowling Green, Louisville, Nashville, all around. I challenge you to get to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and support these guys on their
yes sir,
anniversary.
yes sir.
And because this is just gonna be amazing, I can already tell it. So, who are some groups, professional groups that you like, professional groups that you look up to?
Man, I grew up listening to Lee Williams. Lee Williams was my most favorite group of all times. My dad, on the other hand, he listened to the Cat Spirituals all the time. There was a VCR tape that he used to watch. I think
I
they
remember.
was live Memphis. I believe that was
Yes,
the
sir.
video, and he used to watch that all the time when they call him Pop Walkins. That was still living at the time. Um, then I grew up listening to the Williams brothers, being around, like I said, the gospel troops all the time. They used to go to Nashville. So I got to listen to some wonderful groups like Pastor Tim Rogers,
Hmm.
um, Blessed by Four. Um, man, so many more. But Lee Williams, that was my all-time favorite singer.
Got you. Yeah, Lee Williams was legend in his own right. Like his legacy went beyond Quartet. He
Oh
was
yeah,
people beyond Quartet knew who Lee Williams was.
oh yeah, yes,
So my next question to you would be, when is this album coming out, man? When is the album? When can people expect the album?
man. We took a break on the album, just because we was focusing on anniversary. Then, man, just our schedule has got us swamped. So we took a break on our album, but we are going to start working back on this album in December. We're just trying to make sure anniversary is um, taken care of, get this on out the way. Then, but we plan to have the album done by next year, November, on our anniversary. We already have some wonderful promoters, producers that is stepping in. and actually working on it as we speak. Ray Braswell from the Gospel Legends, Mr. J from George Dean and the Gospel Fours, um, and of course KG, um, Travis, Trey, Walter, all the cats, Plunk. So we all coming together and try to get this thing done by next year, by our anniversary, our second year. So hopefully, it will be out by then.
Yeah, we're gonna claim that it will be out by then, because man, I can only imagine how great this album is gonna be. Because the single is on point. Both singles have been on point.
Man, we got a few songs that's already finished, that have we have not released. Um, Fred Perry, he did a couple of stuff for me. Like I said, George Dean, he's working on something. He's cooking up something right now. Actually, it's a song that I wrote, and I just called him up and see if he can, kind of help me out with it. So he's actually working on it. Music's already done. He's just trying to put on his part because he is going to be a feature actually on
Ooh,
the new album. George Dean
man.
is a feature. Um, Also, if y'all know anything about Alan Pringle from the Gospel Legends,
Yes,
he
sir.
is going to be one of our features also. So,
Woo
but
wee.
I can't tell you anymore. We got a couple of
Man, that's
more.
enough right there. That's enough
Well,
right there. Alan
well,
Pringle and
Al,
George Dean.
Alan Pringle and George Dean is two of our features, and we got maybe two more that we're trying to put on the album. But that's all I'm gonna give y'all right now is Alan Pringle
Man, that's
and George
enough.
D.
So, out of all the songs that y'all do, what is your favorite, and what do you think is pretty much the crowd favorite? Whenever y'all sing, what is the one that you feel like is the crowd favorite, and then your favorite?
Um, I'm gonna say my favorite is Change. Um, and I can relate to change is
Mhm,
because I see a growth. I see a change in me from years ago to now.
mhm,
Um, Man, it's just so many because, I try to balance myself from the echoes into Levis Rice and the Levites, but it's
right.
hard is because a lot of people that sees me knows me as the spiritual echoes.
Echoes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, of course, they want to hear if it had not been. Um,
Mhm.
um, then sometimes they want to hear train fare home, but you gotta try to find your own identity. So, man, change is my favorite song. I actually brought that to the group. I was just riding down the road, and sometimes people don't know that sometimes just riding down the road by yourself, you just begin to start thinking about some stuff, and that's how I came up with the song "Change."
Mhm.
Um, but "Change" is my very favorite song of all of them.
I feel that. I feel that. Man, that one is tight. That one is a great one. I love Saints. Definitely loved Glory, Glory.
Oh yeah,
Love
that's one
that
of
one.
Spiritual Echoes. Hmm.
Love that one. Definitely Holy Spirit, don't you leave me.
Oh yeah, that's another Echoes.
Then I love, man, it's so many that you do that I absolutely love. Hold on to Gods and Saints in Hand.
Hmm.
You have
Yeah,
made that one your own.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I love that one.
Actually, who brought that to us was KG. KG brought that. He said, "Man, we're gonna try to bring an old hymnal,
And y'all
and
smash
switch it up."
things up.
Hmm. So now, I gotta get on my other singers like Walter. He's about to start singing some stuff. He's working on something as we speak. AJ on the other hand. So y'all got some new stuff that's coming out pretty soon. So y'all just stay tuned for that.
So, man, last question I got for you is what is some advice that you would give anybody that is wanting to get out here on this road? What is some advice you would give them?
What I would give y'all is basically, man, just stay humble, stay prayed up, um, be around the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, man, this is um, a doggy dog world. You got people that's against you. You got people that's for you. But just stay around good people, because I promise you, when you stay around good people, you never know what God has in store for you. Like I said, definitely stay prayed up. You know, because prayer is always the solution of anything that you do. Um, and just continue to just keep grinding. Don't let nobody put you down. Don't let nobody say that you can't make it, because they told Lee Williams, they told Harvey, and look at them now. Even though the Lord's called Lee Williams home, but still look at Harvey Walker, the same people that talked about the gospel legends. Man, look at them now. So don't let nobody ever tell you that you ain't never gonna make it. Just continue to keep just staying prayed up, and I promise you that if you continue to keep doing that, God will definitely make a way for you.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it from them first. Once again, y'all, please, if you are anywhere in the Kentucky area, please, ma'am, please, sir, go to this concert. I'll tell y'all now, I will definitely be doing my best to try to make sure that I'm there at that concert
Yes,
because
sir.
this lineup right here, you can't beat that lineup. So I definitely will be here. And you all, what I appreciate about them is I have actually had Levis Rice and the Levites at a program that I
Hmm.
hosted. My first program since COVID that I hosted was sponsored, had Levis and the Levites as the main group. And when I tell you, them boys came into that search and they was professional, but when it came time to get on that stage and sing, they tore that stage up. And I will always appreciate that. So y'all stay tuned. Definitely more will be coming. This will not be the last time y'all see my brother on here with me. I will definitely be having him back. You all stay tuned next week. We will be doing a panel on next week with a couple of great friends of mine. We will have them on next week talking about toxic relationships. Y'all definitely make sure y'all join that panel. If you have any questions on that, please inbox me or email me at realtalkmonday1@gmail.com. Also, tune in the next on the 15th, October the 15th. Ignore that date, October the 15th at 7:45 Central Standard Time. We will be having a celebration of 2 years of Real Talk Monday. So we're going to be bringing in some great friends of mine, and we're just going to celebrate Real Talk Monday for 2 years of you all supporting us and you all rocking with us. That'll be on October the 15th. A new flyer with that date will be coming, so y'all stay tuned. And before I close out, I'll leave it to my brother to have some final words for y'all.
Man, I just want to tell Jameson, man, thank you for having me on Real Talk. Proud of you. And like I said, hey, November the 20th, uh, don't miss it. I promise you, you will be blessed in the place. Jameson, thank you so much for having me, bro.
No problem, bro. So we're gonna close it out, y'all. Peace. Love y'all.
Thank you for watching Real Talk Monday. We pray that you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure to like and follow our Facebook page for further updates. Also, make sure that you listen to the podcast that drops tomorrow at midnight on all major podcast stations. You can follow us at any of our social media accounts. For Instagram, it's at Real Talk Monday. For TikTok, Real Talk Monday. For Clubhouse, you can find us at Real Talk Monday. For YouTube, it's Reverend JHG3 Ministry. And if you have any topic that you would like us to discuss or you would like to sit down with us for an interview, email us today at a realtalkmonday1@gmail.com.
All right. Love y'all. Be blessed.